Hi, my name is Ryan Gray, and I'm the Chief Financial Officer of Ascent Funding. Most of my experience spans from the capital markets and raising debt capital to finance that, and I've been a part of raising capital on over $15 billion worth of assets. The current area where we're spending most of the time using Solver is on timely financial reporting to all of the operating companies and the underlying business lines, and being able to close the books efficiently and then spend time getting the financial results in the hands of the vice presidents so that they can see the results timely is very important. Along with that, to be able to compare very efficiently the forecast level on how they're doing to budget, not only on a one-year view, but also on a multi-year view as we look to grow and build a 3-year and 5-year plan. Just one example is I want to see what the cash balances are for the total organization on a daily basis, or have that ability. Now I just have an email with a link that shows to me the sources and uses of cash through the total organization at the subsidiary level. And I don't have to ask for that information anymore. It automatically is delivered to me. So when I need to take a quick glance, I'll choose when I open that link and see what I need to look at. And if there's a question, I can immediately react to that. Mostly in a lot of our financing structures where we were either borrowing money from investment banks or selling some of the consumer loans that we were originating to investment banks or other institutional investors. So there was 3 to 4 months where we had approximately 4 financing structures that provided about $500 million of liquidity that just needed to go under the microscope. Everything was amended and executed, so we did not lose any liquidity. It just took a significant amount of time in order to walk through the overall impacts of how the pandemic was impacting consumer loans. The other impacts were just the uncertainty of the overall consumer market on how consumer assets would be performing. So therefore there was an increase in pricing to the consumers, and that had an impact on the overall loan volume that we were able to originate. Coming out of the pandemic, we had reset all of our forecasts, and we actually exceeded all of them based upon the initial assessment of what we thought we would be able to accomplish with a modified version of originations throughout the year. The next thing that we've been focused on that enables the next level of decision making and reporting is connecting it to the Power BI dashboards. And that was one of the things when I was at the Ascend conference a couple of years ago. That's the only sessions I sat in on, was the Solver Power BI reporting platform and dashboard abilities. So I brought that back, and we've been implementing that maybe a little bit more on a slower basis. But that is what's going to enable a lot more reporting at the executive level, as we prefer more of the dashboard approach. So for instance, a few things that enable us to do stuff is we're able to extract a lot of information from our warehouse, our data warehouse, on a daily basis of performance of our assets, load that into Solver, and then we're able to push that through to certain Power BI dashboards that automatically get delivered depending on the frequency of need to a number of the executives. And a few of those were something that we had already in place before the pandemic, or right at the beginning. And then there was a number that I implemented during the pandemic so that we can monitor certain trigger events needed for either cash requirements or for performance requirements within our overall portfolio. And that's using the ERP, CPM, and the dashboarding network of all of these things with Solver connecting on both sides. It really enabled us to get information into the executives' hands in a timely manner.